Let your thoughts float free. You've left the modern world far behind. No engines, no screens, no clocks. Only the wooden breath of a ship beneath your body, the salt-tinged air of open water, and the soft hush of wind moving across canvas. You are aboard HMS Victory, the pride of the Royal Navy. But this is no story of battle. No drums, no cannon. This is a quiet day, a simple day, a day shaped by the rhythm of sail and the endless breathing of the sea. It is still dark. All around you men sleep in rows, tucked gently in their hammocks, strung like low-hung stars across the beams of the gun deck. You lie in one of them, cocooned in your linen, gently swaying with the ship. Above you, the beams creak softly, not complaining, but stretching, the same way an old tree stretches in the wind. There's a rhythm to it, a comfort. The soft murmur of breathing, the distant sigh of water against the hull, a quiet cough, a shift in fabric, a whisper in sleep. You are not alone, but you are safe. Nestled into this great wooden vessel, like a child cradled in a cradle made of oak and rope. The first sound is gentle, a single note, clear and high. The bosun's pipe. Not a shout, not a bell, just a soft call to begin. Around you, hammocks sway as the crew stirs. No one rushes. They've all done this 100 times. Quiet voices, the rustle of canvas, the soft thud of boots on wood. You sit up slowly, blink into the gloom. A lantern swings just ahead, its flame steady. You pull on your shirt, salt stiff and familiar. Tuck it in, tie your sash. Your boots are waiting, lined neatly beneath your hammock. You climb down to the deck, stretch your shoulders. The ship groans again, a sound like an old friend. You ascend the ladder and emerge into the dawn. The sky is pale gold. A rim of sun touches the eastern horizon. The sails overhead are loose, resting. They shift gently as the wind gathers, each movement like the inhalation of a great sleeping creature. The rigging sways in silence. The ocean reflects the sky in folds of copper and glass. You step onto the main deck. It's still cool, still damp, but the wood beneath your boots is solid and warm with memory. A few gulls circle lazily above the mast. Their cries, muted in the early air, echo softly off the sails. You inhale deeply, the air smell. You let your hand drift across the smooth rail, and you smile, just a little, because you are here. And that's enough. Warmth and quiet conversation. Before work begins, you're called below to take tea. The galley is still dim. Coals flicker in an iron hearth. The cook, face lined by years at sea, hands you a battered tin mug. The tea is hot, dark, and strong. It warms your hands instantly. Beside it, a strip of salted pork and 2 biscuits. One is cracked, but the other is soft from a rare, fresh batch. You sit near the galley grate, legs crossed, sipping in silence. Another sailor sits beside you, his eyes half-lidded, still waking. He says, "Another fine morning," and you nod, because it is. From below, you hear the hull creak again, the The sound travels through every beam and brace. The Victory is speaking. She's not hurrying. She's not warning. Just letting you know she's alive. A ship like this never truly sleeps. She rests. She waits. She carries you like a mother carries her child. You rise, cup still warm in hand, and return above. The sun is higher now. Its light is soft and golden, stretching long shadows across the deck. The sails above you stir gently. The breeze is cool on your cheek. You take your place by the forward rail. Behind you, the helmsman adjusts the wheel. Ahead, the sea stretches out in every direction. Another sailor beside you leans forward on the rail. "Looks calm today," he says. You nod again. Words aren't needed. The ship speaks louder than any of you, not in noise, but in presence. You glance out across the ocean. It moves slowly, gently, like a living thing. No land in sight, only water and wind and light. Far off, a shadow, another ship perhaps, but it's too distant to worry about. The Victory sails steady, her hull silent, her crew at peace. The morning stretches before you, long and simple. Ahead there is work to be done, sails to tend, lines to coil, brass to shine. But there is no rush. This ship, this day, moves at the speed of the sea. And the sea, today, is perfectly calm. The watch changes quietly. You've had your tea, stretched your arms, and now, like every morning aboard Victory, it's time to care for the ship. The great Lady of Oak has carried you across endless miles of sea, and in return you give her your hands. You join a row of sailors kneeling along the planks. Each of you has a small sandstone block, worn smooth by time and by habit. Buckets of seawater are passed down the line. One man dips a brush, wets the deck. You press the holy stone down and begin to scrub, forward and back, forward and back. The sound is soft, rhythmic, the same as the waves, a quiet chorus of effort. There's no talking, no need for direction. You all know your place, your pace, your duty. The scent of salt fills your nose. The stone is cool in your hand. Your knees ache just a little, but you welcome it, the simple ache of honest work. You pause to rinse your cloth in the water. Another man beside you hums a soft tune, something old, maybe Irish, slow and sweet as a lullaby. The sun climbs higher, shadows shrink. A breeze stirs the flags above. Coiling lines and brass work. You finish scrubbing your section and stand slowly, stretching your back. Your hands smell of salt and rope. A boatswain gestures toward the railing. You nod and move to your next task. Coiling lines. The ropes are thick in your hands, worn but strong, made of hemp, tarred and seasoned. You loop them into neat spirals, hanging them from pegs on the rail. Each loop must be perfect. Victory's decks are never cluttered. A ship this proud must always look her best, even at rest. After that, a quick polish on a brass cannon vent. The metal shines back at you, catching the morning sun. You wipe it one last time with a dry cloth. Then you smile, seeing your reflection, sunburnt, windblown, and wide awake. A call goes up. One of the top sails needs checking. You volunteer. The climb is familiar. You've made it many times before. The ropes in your hands are firm. The rat lines beneath your boots tight and true. You begin to ascend, the deck slowly falling away beneath you. Up here, everything changes. The air feels thinner, the wind cooler, the light brighter. You reach the yardarm and secure yourself. The sail ripples quietly beside you. You check its lines, gently tugging each one. Nothing frayed, nothing loose, all is well. For a moment you rest your hands on the spar and look outward. The sea stretches in every direction, a great, quiet mirror, and Victory moves through it like a shadow. From this height the ship seems impossibly graceful, all her weight hidden, all her strength held in stillness. You breathe deeply. The sky above you is bright blue. The world feels open and endless. And for a moment, you forget every trouble, every burden. It's just you and the wind and the sea. The noon bell and the log. You climb down slowly, boots finding their way by memory. Back on deck, the bell rings out. 8 bells. Noon. The ship pauses. A small crowd gathers around the quarterdeck. The ship's master raises his sextant. He stands tall, sighting the sun's height in the sky. One of the midshipmen watches closely, taking notes. The master speaks the reading aloud. Coordinates are calculated. The log is updated in a careful hand. The compass is checked. The wind direction recorded. The ship's heading remains true. Another officer smiles faintly. "We're steady," he says. And indeed, everything about the Victory feels steady today. Lunch on the upper deck. A call goes out from the galley. You gather with your messmates near the gun deck rail. A long bench has been cleared. The cook brings out a steaming pot, boiled peas, soft and salty. Each sailor is handed a wooden bowl, a spoon, and a piece of ship's biscuit. The biscuit is hard, but you break it and soak it in the broth. It softens quickly. A few men eat in silence. One hums, another mutters the beginning of a sea shanty but doesn't finish it. You listen to the gulls overhead. One circles low, watching your bowl with interest. You eat slowly, watching the waves sparkle as they pass the hull. It's warm now, but not hot. Just enough to remind you the sun is above, and the sails are doing their work. The ship is alive, but not loud. She carries you forward, without force, without sound, like a cradle drifting gently down a river. As you set your bowl aside, a soft breeze lifts your hair. You lean back against the gunwale, hands in your lap, eyes on the horizon. The ocean rolls on, and you roll with it. Calm, quiet, at peace. The sun is past its peak now. Its light softens. The shadows stretch. The sails above you glow warm and golden, their great bellies curved with the breeze, like the wings of sleeping birds. The pace of the ship slows too, not in speed, but in spirit. The work is done. The ropes are coiled. The brass gleams in the sun. And you are free to rest. You find a shaded spot near a coil of line, a quiet nook tucked just behind the mainmast. You settle into the wood, lean back, stretch your legs. The boards beneath you are warm. The rhythm of the sea still rocks the ship gently, like a mother rocking a child. You close your eyes, just for a moment. You listen to the wind in the rigging, a soft whistle rising and falling. almost like breathing. The ship is alive, a small tear from yesterday's climb. You thread your needle slowly. The stitch is uneven, but it holds. You smile. It doesn't have to be perfect, just strong. A sailor nearby mends a canvas sack. Another patches the corner of a hammock. No one speaks loudly. Only the whisper of thread through cloth and the hush of a ship under sail. As you sew, your mind drifts to home, to quiet streets and sunlit fields, to the kitchen where your mother once baked on warm spring mornings, to the creek where you fished as a boy, to someone waiting, or perhaps someone remembered. You don't need to know the details. The feeling is enough. The memory, soft around the edges, floats with you on the air. The sound of music. Somewhere toward the stern, a fiddle begins to play. Sound gently fades in. A slow, simple C melody in a minor key. The tune is quiet but full of warmth. It drifts across the deck like mist. The notes rise and fall, pulling old stories from the timbers. You listen, not with your ears, but with your whole self. You hear the joy of safe passage, the ache of years at sea, the memory of someone dancing in a candlelit room, long ago, long forgotten. A few sailors hum along. Others sit with eyes closed, their thoughts turned inward. No one speaks. The music says enough. You reach into your kit and pull out a scrap of parchment. Your pencil is worn, but sharp enough. You begin to write, slowly, thoughtfully. Dearest, the sea has been kind today. The sun is warm, the breeze fair. We sail steady, and the ship feels light beneath our feet. I think of you each time I rest my hands on the railing, or when I wake to the sound of water and wind. I wonder what the trees look like now, and if the garden has begun to bloom. When I close my eyes, I imagine your voice among the gulls, your hand in mine among the lines of sail. Be well. I remain ever yours. You fold the letter slowly. You'll keep it with the others, tied in a soft bundle with string, waiting for the next shore. Waiting for the hands that will hold them. The fiddle still plays. The light dims a little more. A few men drift off into short naps. One leans against a gun carriage, hat pulled over his eyes. You lie back and rest your head against a folded coat. The wood beneath you is warm. The breeze across your skin is cool. The ship rocks ever so slightly, back and forth, as if to lull you. You close your eyes. The deck, the sea, the wind, all blur into one quiet rhythm. There is nothing to fear here, only the slow passing of time and the peace of an old ship in the middle of a wide, quiet world.
You rise and join the evening watch. The last of the day's work has passed. The ship sails calmly now, cutting cleanly through the waves. Your boots make soft steps across the deck. A gull cries once, then is gone. You check the lines, pull gently on a cleat. All is in place. Everything is still. You pause to glance up. The first stars are coming out now. Just one, then another, and then a whole sky, unfolding like a map of memory. The masts rise like silhouettes into the twilight, and the sails glow faintly under starlight, moving like ghostly curtains in the breeze. Admiral Nelson passes slowly along the quarterdeck. His coat is dark, his hands folded behind his back. He says nothing. He nods once to the men on watch. His presence is calm. like the keel of the ship itself, firm and steady beneath all things. He gazes out to sea, then disappears into the shadows again, like a dream, walking. The heavens have opened. Stars upon stars, pinpricks of silver across a velvet dome. You can see constellations now. Orion, Cassiopeia, the Great Bear. A midshipman stands with a telescope, charting their position. His lantern is hooded, casting just enough light to read his notes. You wonder if, someday, people will travel among those stars. But tonight, you are content to watch them shine. Dimly lit now, quiet, calm. Men are settling into hammocks, unrolling bedding, whispering good nights. You reach your place and sit for a moment. You remove your boots slowly, fold your coat. You run your hand along the smooth wood beside you. The ship's skin is cool now. She has carried you through another day. You climb into your hammock, feeling the gentle curve cradle your body. The canvas shifts slightly with your weight, then stills. Around you, others breathe gently. One man snores quietly. Another hums the last few notes of the fiddle tune from earlier. Above, you hear the creak of the mast, the flap of a line. The ocean brushes against the hull like a mother patting her child's back. The stories from the day replay softly in your mind. The scent of the sea, the feel of rope in your hands, the laughter around midday bread, the stars overhead, the calm beneath it all. You feel no weight, no thought to carry, no sound to hold you back. Just the soft sway of the ship, rocking you slowly, steadily toward sleep. And as you drift into dreams, the Victory sails on, through moonlight and shadow, through water and wind, across an ocean that stretches beyond all thought. You sleep within her, and she holds you fast.